In the words of Lucas Glover, told ya.
Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGA TOUR.com.
Welcome inside Monday Backspin, where we have the recap on the entire week of the Wells Fargo Championship. It is now 3 straight tournaments where there has been a playoff, but this is the first sudden death that 2 former teammates were battling it out. It was Clemson's Lucas Glover and Jonathan Bird that worked their way to 15 under to go into extra holes. Glover said as he finished the 18th in regulation that Bird, who was a group behind him, would birdie the 18th to force a playoff. Only 3 birdies have been made all day on the final and toughest hole on the course, but Bird got it done, with Glover's reaction being as simple, told ya. In the end, it was Lucas Glover who parred the extra hole for the win, but there is no doubt that both Tigers made Clemson proud on Sunday. The drama didn't end with the players at the top of the leaderboard. Patrick Harrington, who was playing with Phil Mickelson, climbed to 10 under after handing in a final round 68, his best of the week. Well, his best round almost voided his play at Quail Hollow after a marshal reported that Harrington teed off in front of the markers on the 13th par 3. The officials attempted to go back to the tee box and actually find Harrington's divot after his round was over, but there was no conclusive evidence to disqualify the Irishman, so no penalty was assessed.
We're quite comfortable that as it was nothing odd to us at the time, and it's inconclusive now. Even when you look at it, you know, as I said, for once I'm not going to be a martyr and take it. I'm going to say, well, it's not conclusive.
Beyond the extremely competitive play in North Carolina, players had their thoughts and prayers in a couple different places. Jonathan Bird and Ricky Fowler, along with other players, wore a houndstooth ribbon on their hats to show their support for the victims of the tornadoes in Alabama. In addition to player support, the PGA Tour, which was in town for the first Champions Tour Major of the Year, Regions Tradition, donated $100,000 to relief efforts, joining the likes of Condoleezza Rice, who also went down to Alabama to help out, and Tom Watson. As the nation prayed for relief in the southeast, the entire golf world was mourning the loss of Seve Ballesteros. The Spanish golfer who helped make golf a world sport and added so much personality to the game passed away on Saturday. Players around the world wore black ribbons on their hats to commemorate a mentor and friend to so many.
The way he played with such flair and the charisma that he bestowed drew me to watch him play, and drew me to him and support him and pull for him. And what was great was that when I first played with him and met him in my first PGA Tour event years ago, he didn't let me down. You know, he was the guy I was hoping he would be. He would say to a few players, he would give them like the ultimate compliment in his mind, which was to call him a champion. He said, I know he said that to Faldo after they won the Ryder Cup in '95, I believe. He said, you are a great champion, and that's like the highest honor he could give someone, and I would say that about him. I mean, he was a champion.
For more on the emotional whirlwind that was the Wells Fargo Championship, let's throw it out one more time to John McGinnis of the PGA Tour Network at Quail Hollow.
What a week we had at Quail Hollow this week. Charlotte rolls out the red carpet as well as any city in the country, and boy, they did it again this week. It was announced that, of course, they will host the 2017 PGA Championship. Well, they've been running an almost major now for almost a decade. It is one of the premier events on the PGA Tour, and this city comes out unlike any other. It was sold out all week. What more could you ask for? Great golf course, tremendous field. Just look at the leaderboard from the weekend. It was a who's who in the game of golf. Charlotte has stepped up. They've been recognized as one of their premier events, and they did not disappoint once again this week. Millions of dollars going to charity, thousands of fans with a smile on their face.
Thanks, John. Next time, we'll be seeing the SiriusXM team. We'll all be together at TPC Sawgrass for the Players' Championship. Our live at coverage will have everything you need, with live coverage from the 13th and 17th holes all day, every day, and of course, analysis from 2002 Players' Champion Craig Perks, along with 4-time Tour winner Billy Kratzer. We can't wait to see you on Thursday, only here on PGA Tour.com.